This collision graph FRQ had an average score of just 2.96. Let's look at why students missed it and how you can avoid the same mistake. But before we look at the collision graph, we need to set up the scenario. In this problem, we start with two blocks, block A and block B. At time equals 0, block A is moving towards the right, and block B is initially at rest. Block A has a mass of 6 kilograms, and block B has a mass of 2 kilograms. At 1 second, block A collides elastically with block B. This results in a change in kinetic energy of block B of 9 joules. To graph this collision, we're going to need to first find the speed of block B immediately after the collision. The setup of this problem with one block colliding with another block probably reminds you of the conservation of momentum equation, which states that MAVA initial plus MBVB initial is equal to MAVA final plus MBVB final. Since block B is initially at rest, this term is equal to 0, and we're looking for VB final. However, the problem here is that we don't know VA initial or VA final. However, we are given some information about the energy of block B. We're told that the change in kinetic energy of block B is equal to 9 joules. The change in kinetic energy is just the kinetic energy final minus the kinetic energy initial. Since the initial kinetic energy of the block is 0, since the block initially is at rest, this term here is equal to 0. The equation for kinetic energy is 1 over 2 mv squared, so substituting that equation into kinetic energy, we get 1 over 2 mv B final squared is equal to 9. We know the mass of block B, we can substitute that in, and that gives us 1 over 2 times VB final squared is equal to 9. Notice that the 2's will cancel out. That leaves us with VB final squared is equal to 9. So the speed of block B after the collision is equal to 3 meters per second. Now we're ready to look at the collision graph. On this collision graph, we have line A, which represents the position of block A between 0 and 1 second. We also have line B, which represents the position of block B between 0 and 1 second. And we have this dotted line, which represents the center of mass between 0 and 1 second. In this problem, we're asked to draw and label 3 lines to represent the positions of block A, B, and the center of mass between time t equals 1 and 2 seconds. I'm going to solve this problem as if I were a student, and I want to see if you can spot my mistake. So I remember in class, we saw a cart that was moving. We'll call it cart A, that was moving and collided with cart B, and cart B was not moving. And I observed that after the collision, cart A stopped moving and cart B started to move. And so it was as if cart A transferred its momentum to cart B. So on this graph, cart A, I'm going to say that it's going to stop moving. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line representing that block A is not moving after the collision, and cart B is going to start moving. It will have the same momentum as cart A before the collision, and since the cart A had a certain amount of slope, I'm going to draw cart B after the collision with the same amount of slope. As for the center of mass, I'm going to draw a dotted line to right between A and B, since I think that the center of mass is just going to be right between the two objects. Now, I want you to think about what I just said. Do you agree with what I just said? Was there anything I said that was incorrect? Take a moment to pause and rewind and listen to what I said earlier if you need to. Now, let's work through this problem again. Now, in class, you may have seen cart A collide with cart B, where cart A stops and cart B starts to move. And you may have observed that. But in that situation where cart A completely stops and cart B starts to move, in that situation, both of the carts had the same mass. But notice in this situation, the masses are different. So we cannot assume that after the collision, that cart A will stop. So let's take a look at the situation we have here. So first, because there's no external net force, The center of mass will move at a constant velocity. So on a position time graph, the center of mass line continues as a straight line with the same slope. And so we're just going to extend this dotted line straight. So this is what I would do first. This is like the easiest part. And on the AP exam, you can have a straight edge. So have a straight edge like a ruler and use that to draw a really straight line here. Next, for cart B, we solved for the speed of cart B after the collision. We know it's 3 meters per second. So we're going to draw a line here that has a slope of 3 meters per second. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go to the right 1 second. Be careful. Each box is not 1 second. Here, 2 boxes represent 1 second. So I'm going to draw a straight line from here to here, which has a slope of 3 meters per second. To find the speed of block A after the collision, we're going to have to use the conservation of momentum, which states that MAVA initial plus MBVB initial is equal to MAVA final plus MBVB final. Since block B is initially at rest, this term is equal to 0. Now we're just going to substitute in our known numbers for the variables. So we have 6 times 2 is equal to 6 times VA final plus 2 times 3. This gives us 12 is equal to 6 VAF plus 6. Subtracting 6 on both sides, we get 6 is equal to 6 times VAF. So VAF is equal to 1 meter per second. So block A after the collision is traveling at 1 meter per second. So on this graph here, we're going to draw a line that has a slope of 1 meter per second. So I'm going to go up 1 and I'm going to go right 2 blocks. Remember, 2 blocks represents 1 second. And I get this line with a slope of 1 meter per second. In the last part of this question, we're asked whether the center of mass line would change if instead of this being an elastic collision, it was a hit and stick collision. They collided and they stuck together. This is what we call a perfectly inelastic collision. The difference between an elastic collision and an inelastic collision is that an elastic collision, both kinetic energy and momentum are conserved. However, in an inelastic collision, only momentum is conserved. However, kinetic energy is not conserved. Now let's take a look at this problem. Because there's no external net force acting on the 2-block system, momentum is conserved. Now remember, momentum is conserved whether it's an elastic or inelastic collision. So therefore, the center of mass line will be the same. What this means is that the center of mass line will have the same slope. And also, if this was a perfectly inelastic collision, a collide and stick collision, then line A and line B would both be along the dotted line because they're stuck together, they're moving together in their motion. If you found this video helpful, check out my next video where I walk through more common mistakes on free response questions.